Guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Boom Shaka, and I hope that you guys have been enjoying my videos and that you've been liking all the different topics that I've been putting forth at you. I've been trying to do some different videos, not just INFJs, but other ideas that I have in my head. And in today's video, I want to speak to you guys about anger and sending out emails in anger. INFJs have this thing, or I'm sure human beings in general, but for me specifically, I can never think of the right retort right at that moment because I hate confrontation. I am terrible at it. And so when something happens, I'm always like ruminating over the conversation over and over and over again afterwards. And I'm thinking about, oh, I should have said that. Oh, no, I should have said that. That would have been great to say, right? I'm sure a lot of people do that. And I've noticed that what I end up doing in certain situations when I get really, really angry is that I end up sending them an email if they have that contact information, or end up sending them a Facebook message, with all the harsh things that I wanted to say in the moment, but I did not. And I did that recently as well. I sent an angry email, very well worded, because, I'm better at writing than anything else. And I sent that email out with all the different things I wanted to say because I was holding on to it for a while. And I felt all this resentment building up inside of me. And I was like, okay, I need to get it out there by saying all this stuff to this person. Now, immediately, and this happens to me every single time, as soon as I hit send, I regretted sending that email because I hate confrontation, and I just hate sending. I just don't like doing these kind of conversations on email or Facebook because it's so much better to just have a face-to-face conversation. You can see what the person's thinking, you can see what the person's feeling, you can kind of backtrack a little bit or go forward depending on what you see in front of you, right? And so I did not give myself that opportunity to have that face-to-face conversation because I was so angry, or I was feeling so much emotion, and I just wanted to get it out there, right? I started, after I did that, I started thinking about how I had read recently, and I really want to try doing that in my own life, is that Abraham Lincoln, he is the 16th president of the United States? Anyways, one of the presidents of the United States in the past. He had that thing as well, where he would get angry, really, really angry, and he's like, oh my god, I'm going to send this email out, or letter out to this person. I think that's also one of the things that is helpful and was helpful in the past, where they couldn't just instantaneously send this email out. Like, I'm a very fast typer. I type maybe 80 to 100 words per minute, and so I can literally send out a long ass email in a matter of minutes, and I can hit send and boom, I'm done, kind of thing, right? And so because of email, because of the urgency of it, because of how quick it can be, you can just send out an email very quickly, and you don't have time to regret it or think about it. When you're writing a letter, you're writing it out, and the more you write it, the more you spill your stuff into it. Eventually, by the time you finish writing the letter, if it's a very scathing letter, you're kind of done with it. You kind of put all your emotions into the letter, and you don't need to actually send it out. And that's what Abraham Lincoln used to do, is that he used to write all these scathing letters, like, about all the different people that he hated, and how they were like, crap, blah, blah, blah. And he'd write all these letters, and then he'd kind of stuff them back into his desk drawer. He never sent them out. They discovered all these letters after he died, and when they were going through his desk, and they saw all these letters to people that were never sent, never addressed, never sent. Because what he was doing was he was using the power of writing, power of using your hand and your heart connection. Your hand is very connected to your heart. So when you're writing by hand, you're writing all of your emotions out onto paper. And as soon as you do that, all of it is released out into the paper, into the ether. And you feel a sense of release. You don't have to actually send the letter out. You don't feel like, okay, I need to send that letter out anymore, because you've done what you wanted to do with the act of writing that letter by hand, is that you got rid of all that resentment, all that emotion inside here, and you got it out on paper, right? So you've sent it, you've done it. Some people burn their letters after. That's a technique as well. I don't necessarily think we need to go as far as that, but a lot of times I think it would be nicer and much more less confrontational and just calmer in general, more peaceful in general for me, if instead of just writing all these emails out and hitting send, and then not being able to undo them, I want to be able to sit down and write a letter, like an actual handwritten letter out to that person. And I know that by the time I finish writing it, I'll just be able to either throw it away or put it away in a desk somewhere and forget about it, because I have used the healing power, the cathartic power of writing onto paper and gotten rid of all that stuff that was boiling up inside of me that I wanted to spew on this person. Right? And so I actually recommend this to you guys as well. If you guys have the opportunity, or if you have someone that you really have all these things to say to, maybe a parent that you're trying to say all these things to, that that you have regret, or you were disappointed, blah blah, whatever it might be, you're trying to get it out. I recommend what you guys do is write it out on paper in a handwritten format, and make it really long, and make it so that you put everything of yourself, all your emotions, all the things that you would say to them face to face, or that you want to say to them, onto that piece of paper. And if you are interested, burn it. Mosquitoes. If you're interested, burn it. And if you're not interested, if you don't want to go that far, just throw it away or put it away. And you'll notice how much release you feel just from that simple act of putting all that stuff out on paper. Now, I've done it a couple of times and it's been really useful. But what happens is that in the moment of anger or resentment, I kind of forget that that option is available to me. So I'm doing this video more specifically actually to teach myself to say, next time you want to write a scathing email, don't. Write a letter instead to that person and then never send it. Right? I hope this makes sense to you guys. I hope that you guys have an amazing day wherever you are in the world. If you guys have any questions at all, please message me anytime. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.